Hey everyone, playing around with some Minecraft elevators, and I got this design from Tomco. And originally, I was um, trying to figure out if I could get this elevator here to be able to stop at whatever floor I want. And here was my idea for that. And as you can see, it works, but it doesn't work well. Where'd the elevator go? Oh, didn't my, no, my elevator's right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put a torch right here. Hold on. Put that torch there. My elevator's broke. Okay, so this is one design for an up and down elevator that I got. I forgot who I got this from. It's in a previous video. And this was my two different attempts at this. As you can see, this first one here is not actually finished because I screwed up. And I left it like this because I was going to show you guys. So here is the way that this is supposed to be. So normally there would be a torch right here, but we don't have that torch there. And as you can see, again, on this one, we don't have that torch. So this is where I messed up. So the second one would be here, and we're supposed to go up by one torch up again. And this torch here is supposed to be level with this, what the redstone does on top. Now, as you can see, there's a 2 block gap down here, which messes this entire thing up. Because instead of being, like this one here, where it's one torch, or block with torch, and having 6 spaces up to this one here, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of having 6 spaces to come up to here, this one does not, which is why this one's got a 2 block gap between here and this torch for this here, which does not work. And Tomco, if you ever do see this video, please explain to me why I have this issue with this elevator. So my issue with this elevator, okay, so I'm on the first floor. Let's say I want to call it up to the third floor. So I call it up to the third floor, and it generally takes a minute. And this elevator design is extremely good. I love this. Okay, so it comes up to the third floor. Okay, so we're at our third floor. Okay, so if I want to go to the fifth floor from there, try to call it up to the fifth floor. It gets updated. It goes off. Nada. Oops. I just broke the button instead of... Again, it gets updated. It sends an update down. That goes off. But my elevator doesn't move. As you can see here on this backside, this one here is activated, waiting for my elevator to come up, but my elevator, I get nothing. But then if I come back down here, and I hit this button, it updates and my elevator comes back down. And then if I come all the way up here again, and I hit, say, this one, and my elevator starts shooting up to the top. Now I did comment on Tomco, telling him I ran into a slight problem when I have an even number of blocks instead of an odd number of blocks. It throws the second floor assembly off for the torch tower. Also, the issue I'm having is trying to figure out why, when it's built correctly, I'm having an issues between my 5th floor and floors 2 and 3 on the elevator moving. So here we are at the 5th floor. And then let's say I want to take it back down to the 2nd floor. I get that update. It goes down to the 2nd floor. But now let's say I want to call it back to the 5th floor. I give it an update. I get that. And now that's active, but I'm still stuck down here at the 2nd floor. You know, let's say I hit 4th floor. Again, this one's activated, but my elevator has not moved. This is active. But again, my elevator does not want to move. I can try to call it to the 5th floor. Again, this activates. But again, my elevator doesn't go anywhere. I hit this button. It updates again. And then it activates. So I can send it to I can call to any floor I want. But the problem being is, as you've seen, it doesn't always want to go to the floors that it's supposed to. And again, Tomko, I did have a bit of an issue with the way that you describe your design. Hence why I messed up so badly on this one in the first place, and then I started rebuilding this one, and I ran into that issue. So I'm going to go into my other world, the world I actually, well, no, I haven't finished that world yet, so I'm gonna go back in here and I'm gonna just show everybody, how to build this, in a way that makes more sense to me. Because as you can see, I've been playing around with different buildings and different builds, and I had a lot of different builds. And you can go back through my other videos and see some of these builds. And some of them are just kind of, I don't want to say blown up into smithereens, but kind of blown up into smithereens. You know, he's making a potion shop, and I think this is the design I decided to go with, maybe? No, because that's got a square base and not a round base. I decided I wanted one with a round base. Again, that's a square base. I don't want a square base, but as you can see, not all these are finished. But I kind of want to rebuild all of this here. And then just put an elevator in. I think my closest... might be this one I was working on recently. No, I've still got a square base. Don't want square. Okay. So we're gonna just kind of go a bit further out this way, and I'm just gonna, pull, and I'm just gonna show you what I'm building. So I'm working on a design that I want for a building. Okay, so let's just put all this away for now. All right, that doesn't go in there like that. So I'm gonna start with my base. I want this cobbled deep slate, cracked deep slate bricks, tough bricks. And stone. While I'm at it, maybe some andesite to mix into there. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go straight across to about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see if that's. Oh, that's pretty good for round, I think. And I'm just going to teach everyone how to build some different things in here. And I kind of want this to be like this. And then I need. This is just for the, in general, for the top of this. I need, how many floors do I need? I need, I want to stay at the, I want the, okay, there lies the question, how many blocks do I need for the elevator? I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10 by 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't necessarily need 8 back here. I need at least 7. 7 by 10. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've got enough room to do it here. Okay, so I'm going to start off by clearing me a big hole. So I've been trying to get this design of the building right for a while now. Okay. I'm done with that. Maybe Tom can figure out what's wrong with my elevator. I'm hoping, because I really don't know what's wrong with it, and I'd really like to know what's wrong with it. Almost there. Okay, and with that, now I've got a good. I'm gonna put this stuff away for now, and I'm gonna find me. There it is, my dynamite and my redstone torch. So I'm gonna put the dynamite here. I'm gonna put my redstone torch. I'm gonna let it blow. And I'm gonna just keep doing that until this whole thing is blown to the bottom. I will repair the damage later because I'm planning on putting a new wall. And I'm just gonna go back and try and clean a little bit of this up. clean up the stuff that's getting left behind a bit. So it's not nearly as bad or overwhelming to deal with. Because you're dealing with dynamite. And try to make this kind of even and flat again. And again, I'm just going to kind of clean this up again. Okay, and with that, I should be right out here at the bottom almost. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clear the rest of this out myself instead of using more dynamite, because I might pick a bigger hole than I want if I continue to use dynamite. I mean, dynamite works pretty good for when you figure out how to control the area that it is blowing up in. And there's a few ways to do that. Obsidian is immune to dynamite explosions, or in this case, TNT explosions. None of this game is based on actual physics. Okay, so now with all the rest of this cleaned up, I now have a space down here where I can start on my elevator. Let's see, and the floors that I'm gonna have, and I can show you right now the floors I'm gonna have. Oops. By going back to one of these buildings over here, one of the completed buildings. Okay. So this here was my original elevator design. As you can see, it'll go down to my very bottom floor. I'm just gonna let it go down. But I need one floor here for my golem. Why are there so many golems in here? So I need one floor for my golems, and I need a bit of room to have the walkway. And then I have another floor coming down right here. And this floor here is going to be for my chests, which isn't actually going to be for my chests, because I'm not going to have chests going on. Not like this, at least. I mean, I have chests going on right now, but as you can see, and then I have all this machinery down here with the observers and the sticky pistons and everything else going into barrels. So I just need a floor for this. I need a floor for my golems and farms. I need a floor for my golem and farm. So basically what I want, I'm probably gonna have the golem walkway. Along the outside. No, I don't want this wall to come up by more than 3, and that's why I want my chest to sit. It's about third one high. So that looks like a pretty good stone wall. Okay, so in the front of this, I want to go. Oh, let's go with a darker wood. I'm gonna move all these stones here. I'm gonna get me a gray shulker box, and you're probably gonna find a lot of shulker boxes laying all over the place. So I'm gonna get rid of this shulker. I'm gonna bring out my wood, my dark oak. I'm gonna get out spruce fences. I'm gonna take maybe polished blackstone stairs. And listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fill in this entire base here. Curiosity really fast. Yes, it won't work. Okay. This is gonna look funny at first, and you'll understand why in a bit. Okay. I thought I heard something strange. I want this to match down here. And the only way to get it to match is to do this. find something just bothered my ear. Doesn't everyone just hate it when your ear decides it's going to be itchy? Okay, let's see the second one. There we go. Much better. Okay. And with that, that is the front of my building done. And I no longer need any of this. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to figure out. So my door's gonna be back here. So I need to try this one and this one. Okay, there's my archway, and I want to use pink. I like that. That's pretty nice. Okay, so now I need to figure out my doors. I think I want pink. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I think I want to use solid pink glass here. No, let's go to blue. Like a little window. Maybe I want to go with. No, because that's too far forward. And that should be the front of the Welcome to the Apothecary. Perfect. Okay, so with that, I'm going to get me another shulker box. Go with orange, because these are the blocks I'm using for everything in here, so I don't need any of that. But what I do need is redstone torch, dispenser, that. I need a couple barrels. I don't need it. Now I gotta go over here and look at this machine, and this is the closest setup. I'm gonna get some wool blocks out to show you how to build this. I forgot who I got this from, but I did get it from someone in particular. And some of these machines are gonna be mirrors of each other, so first things I need to determine is where my barrels are gonna be. So barrel here with a barrel there, barrel there, barrel there. Um, here and here, and I like a bit of symmetry. And then at least one block space, I believe, between machines. But I like symmetry. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of dig out right here and here, here and here, here and here, and here and here. And going up into one machine, I'm gonna have that. Okay, let's come down here. So it's only two of these, and then the barrels underneath that, and then that one belongs to this. So this and then down here below this will be our barrel that we're collecting and step into. And then this is gonna be this one goes into here. You need a pink hole to come out to here like this. And this is why you need to break that one, because you need a comparator there. You need that there. So this one faces into the barrel, this one faces down, this one faces into the comparator. Let me just double check that to make absolutely sure. Okay, the top one faces into the comparator. That one faces into the bucket. Oh no, I'm gonna be busting my own machine here. And yeah, that one faces down. Okay, so we are good there. And that is the first part of the machine that you're gonna be working on for this. And then, uh-oh, I froze. Uh-oh.